Hey, so I have switched from using pads in periods to menstrual cup in periods, and this is my second period when I'm doing that. Last time, when I had just purchased the menstrual cup last month, I had used it on fourth and fifth day of my periods, and then this time I've been using menstrual cup from the very start of my period, and I feel so good about the change that I've made because it has just changed the perception of periods for me. Period was such a bad thing in my life, and it was so stressful because I would feel like not doing anything, and would feel very incompetent during those 5 days. And the pain was terrible, and the feeling of something being wet down there was just too much. And then the fear of leakage and something getting dirty down there, and visible, that always used to run in my mind. And just the general idea of the pads and the itchiness that it would bring, it's just so terrible. But then switching to menstrual cup looked like a very big thing because I had seen so many videos, and then the way to insert it, and I've never inserted anything in my life down there. Obviously, I'm married now, so okay, never mind. But then I purchased a menstrual cup, and it's super difficult, super difficult to insert. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it if I get my periods not in my home, and that has happened because this time I got periods somewhere else, and I just had put pad, and when I came back, then I had inserted the cup. It is so difficult to take out the cup. Inserting, I've gotten used to it. Done. It has become quite easy for me, though I need space, and I need to sit in certain positions and then insert, but it has become very easy for me now, just after in my second period, so that's a good thing. But taking out, it's still really difficult because it creates a suction and then it just doesn't come off. um I'm still struggling with it. But one thing is for sure, that I am going to be only using cups from now on. And I sometimes do put a very small pad to avoid any leakages from the cup, because when I fold and then insert it, and then if it doesn't um, open up the fold that has been done to insert it, then sometimes it might lead to a little bit of leakage. It opens up after some time on its own, but then I would not want to take that risk, so I just put a very small thin pad. I'm looking for the thinnest pad that is available in the market, but let's see. But menstrual cup has just changed everything about periods. One, I don't feel that I have periods. And that's such a big thing because 5 days of my life would be very different from my other days of life, and I would just be lying on the bed just because of the perception, not because I'm having a lot of pain. There would be one day when I'm having a lot of pain, and that time, obviously, the cup or nothing would help. The pain would be there whether you use a cup or whatever. But I somewhere feel even the pain has reduced because the perception of periods itself has changed in my mind. But then this is the best change that I could do. I feel like if I had the courage to do it before, why didn't I do it before? It would have made life so much easier. So, and how I purchased it is I just went to Boots. I live in the UK currently. So just went to Boots, and whichever one was the cheapest one. The cheapest one costed £16. So yeah, it was expensive for me, But then I think for the shift that it has done to my life, I now don't feel it was really expensive. But you'll actually get the same one in Amazon at 10 or 9 as well. So could have done that. Um, yeah, and the only risk I think is they give a warning of TSS, some kind of shock syndrome which can happen, which may also lead to death. Um, but it's a very rare phenomenon, and only when hygiene is not maintained. So yeah, I mean that's fine. That happens with pads as well. I think it happens more with pads. But I just wanted to share this because I don't know. I don't think a lot of people watch my videos, but just in case it comes in anyone's feed, then I want to tell you it'll be very difficult initially. I thought this is just not possible. How can, like, it's so difficult to take out that first in the first when I first tried it, it was so difficult to insert as well. So difficult. I had to try. I think at least 10 times I tried. It was just not going inside. It was coming off, and it was painful. But once you get hold of it, you're not going back. I was still not got hold of taking it out. And I find it easiest when I do it in the on the toilet seat to take out the cup, and to insert I do it over my bed or like just sitting on the floor, squatting on the floor. Um, but I don't know why I'm making such a long video on this, but this is life changing. I'm so glad that I'm born in an era where there are different approaches available, and I'm pretty sure menstrual cup is the best one amongst those.